Alright, so I want to give you guys a sense of what's going on here. This is about, I'd say, half a mile from the boardwalk, and where I'm standing right now is 94th and 95th Street here in the Rockaways. I want to give you a sense of how strong the waves were, and I was trying to tell people that if it wasn't for the boardwalk, the homes that you're looking at right now across the street, all those homes that you're looking at right now would have been totally destroyed, because of the fact that, as you see here, you're looking at wood that was from the boardwalk that is about half a mile up towards the beach. Now, can you imagine if the waves were not blocked by the boardwalk, and that strength that took those, the boardwalk you're looking at right now, if it took it from where it was and put it where it is right now, can you imagine the gusts and the force of those waves for it to move the boardwalk from where it was and put it down right here? I can't even imagine, ladies and gentlemen, what it would be like. You're looking at homes right now that would have been moved by these waves totaling 12 to 15 feet by some people, and we're looking at places where the watermarks are on buildings, and you can see just from the watermarks how far up on the houses the water came. And what we're looking at right now is just, it's unfathomable thinking about the strength that this wave was pushing to rip the boardwalk off and just drop it right here like it's nothing. Cars, trucks, all kinds of different things moved from where they were just from the strength of the waves. It just washed everything away. We got so much sand right here, you don't even see the streets. Sand has covered the streets. You're looking at just devastation from Tropical Storm Sandy. Now here's the other thing, to put things into perspective for you. Can you imagine if this is just Sandy as a tropical storm that never was, it didn't even get to a category 2 hurricane. Can you imagine if we had a category 2 hurricane that was to come through here? What would this have looked like? This is unreal. This is just on levels that you can't even think of. One of the other things I'm going to also say is that people got to be very careful coming out right now, because of the fact that we have a lot of debris, unstable ground, have a lot of things, a lot of places that people can really get hurt. So people got to be very careful of coming out. We got the news here, they've set up a station here that are giving people opportunity to charge their phones and devices, so mobile communication can be available since infrastructure is down. You see the trucks that are from the Department of Sanitation that are out there cleaning up the streets, because sand is all over the place. You're looking at the boardwalk, and what is left of it were just the beams that are there right now. We're at 94th and 95th Street here in the Rockaways, and it's just, you have to be here to see it, ladies and gentlemen. The pictures, the video, all the different things that you're looking at and seeing right now really do no justice to really seeing this for yourself. It is on a whole different level. But thank God it could have been worse. Thank God we did not sustain any serious injuries or loss of lives. I know that next time we have a hurricane warning of people to be evacuated, I know people will not take a second guess at getting up out of here, because this is serious. Power is still going to be a major issue. We're talking with the different power company, different power companies and agencies responsible for cleaning up to get the power back on. Basically, the word on the street is right now we're looking at anywhere from a week to 2 weeks before full power is restored to the community. One thing we're definitely going to be asking people to do is to get out. If you don't have a safe place to be, get out, because the water is also, the drinking water is also a problem because of contamination. You don't want to stay here and risk a health issue. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the aftermath of hurricane, or I say tropical storm Sandy, and what she left us with here in the Rockaways, and just at 94th and 95th Street, to give you an idea of what's going on here. I will continue covering some of the developments of this to give you an idea, but again, as I said, this is unbelievable. This is Brett Scudder covering for MyRM Media, as we try to provide some insight and information for you to get a glimpse of what's going on here in the Rockaways. The other thing is, we have a cold front coming in right now. It's a very cold temperature. Don't know where from what, but it's a temperature that's really got people a little nervous because it's really cold. So that's another thing that you got to factor in. With no power, will be no heat. And there was a house that blew up last night because someone decided to go in to cook and turned on the stove or the gas or whatever happened and blew up, and that became a whole nother problem. So again, we got to factor those things in and take those into consideration, because there's a lot of instability in the power, gasoline, and infrastructure, instability across the board. So we got to be very careful of that. So we'll continue reporting and covering what's going on right now. We're going to try to see if we can make it up into the hundreds, but we may have to do that tomorrow since it's getting dark and we want to try to get out of here.